What's going on, everybody? So today we're gonna be getting a few items for some Vietnamese ribeye that I'm gonna be making. It's called Bò Lúc Lắc, and it's a recipe I've been eating for a long time since I was a kid, and we are in one of the greatest places in Atlanta right now, before Highways Farmers Market. So let's go. Here we go. We don't need too many items because it's a pretty simple recipe. Let's see, bell peppers. Alright, next thing we need is onions. I think yellow onions. I don't know. Never know how to pick onions, but I guess it's good enough. It's Sunday morning right now at 10 a.m. and I'm already fighting through grocery traffic. Alright, let's go back for the star of the show, which is the ribeye. Alright, we are here, the meats. Fishes. Whoa, here's some meats. We can grab this one last ribeye right here. That is way too big. This is just for me and my wife, so I think we'll be fine with just that.
Yes.
How's it going, man? Can I go ahead and grab this ribeye, please?
Boy, there's nobody in the store today.
Yeah? What's that?
It's gonna make for a long day.
Yeah.
Dice back.
Yeah.
Them fish guys, they can't play with it.
Yeah. I hear you, man.
All right, brother. What else for you?
That's it, man. That's a pound. That's perfect, man.
All right.
Thank you, sir. All right, we got everything we need. Oh, wait. Okay, so I thought we had everything we need, but we actually need one more thing that helps with the flavor of this ribeye that we're about to cook. So let's go grab it. Let's see if I can find it, because it's so hard to find seasonings. I'm going up the Vietnamese aisle right now. Let's see. It might be in Chinese, actually, now that I think about it. It'll probably be in Chinese. I'm just trying to look here. Okay, well, maybe it's not in Chinese aisle. Seasoning, and here we are. Maggi seasoning. So you would think it would be over here, but it's not. But yeah, growing up, we used this on everything. In fact, my nephew, my baby nephew, loves this. He puts this on his rice every single time. All right, now that we have everything, we can go ahead and check out and get going home and prepare this meal.
Okay, so before we start, we're going to have to make some rice. There's a ribeye. This is about 1 pound. This is pretty much going to feed 2 people. I might go ahead and get some of these, the skin part, this fat part out, because it's pretty much just fat. As you can see right here, just hard fat that we don't really need. So I'm not gonna cut it all out, but just mainly just the big chunks. And right here, just kind of cut that. Other than that, oops. There you go, got some fat out. Just 1 inch to 1.5 inch cubes. I'm not gonna get too precise here, but I used to love these pieces growing up, these fat pieces, but now we're trying to be a little bit more health conscious, you know? All right, so we cut them rectangles. I'm just gonna cut them into little cubes like this. I probably could have cut this fat out a little bit more, but I don't know. I'll cut a little bit out, but we'll still use it. Doesn't hurt. Again, this is just 1 pound of ribeye. You could do this with New York strip if you want, or any other kind of cut of meat, but the recipe pretty much calls for ribeye. Okay, so we got the bowl full of 1 pound ribeye ready to go. I should use gloves. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. I don't cook as much as I like to, but every time I do, I always crack open a beer. All right, cheers. Okay, let's move on to the marinade for the ribeyes. All right, so first thing is that we're gonna have 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Let's go and grab that. We're also gonna do 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. There's a whole tablespoon right there. Awesome. We're also gonna do half a teaspoon of sugar, but I don't like to use sugar in my recipes. I like to just go ahead and substitute it with some honey. So we're just gonna put a little bit of honey. This might take a little bit. This is pretty much half a teaspoon right here. I don't need too much. And we're also going to put a whole garlic. It's probably a teaspoon of garlic is what the recipe calls for. So let's use it. Love it. And finally, the last ingredient. This is something I grew up eating. Pretty much put this on everything. It's a foolproof way of enhancing your flavor in anything that you have. I'm just gonna put a couple of dabs in here. Nothing crazy. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it. We're just going to kind of marinate this, let it all get together. And guys, we're gonna let this kind of marinate for about an hour, okay? Okay, so next we're gonna prepare the veggies. It's very simple. We're just gonna need an onion and a green bell pepper, and also green onions as well. And those are really the 3 vegetables that you need for this amazing ribeye dish. Got them all. And really guys, for this, all I'm doing is just cutting these into pretty big chunks. By the way, this knife is so sharp. My buddy got it for me from Japan during his honeymoon. It's made in Japan. It's so incredibly sharp. I love it. All right, so these are pretty big to begin with. So, I mean, I could probably get away with just cutting these into big old chunks. I don't like mine that chunky, to tell you the truth. So I might just kind of cut it in half like this and then make it into like big kind of square pieces here. You know, kind of like this. All right. And one more. And really, you know, the star of the dish is the ribeye, not the bell pepper. So we can grab some of this if you want as well. Anytime we can add some more greens, we do it. All right, so we actually just need half of this, and we're gonna cut them just like we did with the bell peppers here. Always keep a clean surface is my #1 rule. You know, I really didn't start eating this dish until later in life, but I knew when I had it, it was very interesting to eat steak this way, kind of cut up. You know, I never really had that before growing up here in America, until my parents actually made me this dish. And then big chunks right here, big chunks right there, and one more big chunk here. Cool. Here are all my chunks of onions. I got yellow onions on this one, just so you guys are wondering. Oh my God, my eyes are getting red. Okay, so we're also going to cut up some green onions as well. You guys hear that? That means the rice is ready. It says to get half a stalk. I guess this is one stalk, but I guess half a stalk. It's just 2-inch pieces. I could do that. I can honestly probably do a couple more of them. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I do like green onions, my wife and I. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start cooking the vegetables. We're just gonna saute them. So let's put some oil down. Let's get these coated with the oil. Now don't forget, we do have the green onions right here. We're gonna add these at the end, just so that they don't get too wilted down, you know? Really only need to do them for about 2 minutes to get the onions translucent. You don't want to cook them down too far, but you don't want to not cook them enough. I don't know why I'm using my hands. I have a spoon right here. The best part about this dish is the fact that you can really share it with people. You know, when you get one ribeye, in America, that's pretty much for one person. With this dish, you can have that one ribeye, but multiple people can enjoy it. Oh, if you guys want to check out my tripod, this is my tripod right here. Box. Best tripod in the game right now. Let's go ahead and add the green onions in here. I'm just gonna put this to the side for now. Next thing I'm gonna do is get the steaks, and I have them in here because I have a cat. Here it is marinated after, we only did about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, I think close to an hour. Okay, and the first thing that we actually have to do is move this to another bowl and add some starch to it so that the liquid doesn't transfer it over. And the next thing is to just add a little bit of cornstarch or tapioca flour. You can use either, just half a teaspoon really, and really just enough to kind of coat. See that? We're just gonna coat this, just move it around. And again, I think it's just to kind of keep everything together, all the flavors inside. All right, I think we're ready to go ahead and start cooking this actual ribeye. This put the steak down. Let's go and do it. All right, I'm gonna turn on the fan. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but probably not. I might put a little bit of water in here just to get some of that crust down, coming down. You know, why not? This is not part of the recipe, but let's go ahead and put some Sweetwater 420 in here. Put a little bit. Just a little bit. And again, you want this to be more like a medium. I remember the first time I had this beer, it was at a college party. When I was 18, my first college party. Someone gave it to me. I took a few sips, went to the restroom, and poured it all down the drain. Now that I think about it, like, I can't believe I did that because this is one of my favorite beers now. I think these are pretty much done. I'm going to add the veggies back to it. Turn the heat down to low. And kind of, guys, I'm going to let this simmer down a little bit, but does this not look awesome? And there you have it, folks. That's how Vietnamese people make ribeye.